I would like to just speak a little bit about Abraham, just to remind us today that the gospel was not preached in the darkness, but it was given first of all to Abraham. When in Genesis 22, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob told Abraham that through your seed, not seeds, through your seed, all nations will be blessed. All nations will be blessed. So just to show to Abraham a picture that through his seed will come a Moshiach, the hope for the Jews and as well for Gentiles. And that message continues through the law and the prophets. And that's why the Pharisee who understood and who had encounter with the living Moshiach on the Damascus road, former Pharisee and former Saul, which became Paul, when he was preaching in the book of Romans, he said, I'm not ashamed of the gospel, because it is a power of God unto salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew, and then to Gentiles. Because the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith, because righteous will live by faith alone, as it was said in Habakkuk 2:4. The righteous will live by faith, because Abraham obeyed the voice of God, and his faith was accounted to him to righteousness. For the righteousness, before the law was even given. And why the law was given through the Moses? Because it was a schoolmaster, it was a teacher, which was not intended to bring a righteousness, because nobody was able to keep a law, but it was intended to show the sin, to point and bring the sin and open and show the sinfulness of the human being and their need for the Savior. And it was pointing to Moshiach, which came. In the appointed time, he came. And as continuing, Paul was preaching. And he was saying, I will read probably a little bit in the Russian and in English. I will switch. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. But now the righteousness of God without law is manifested, being witnessed. I'm reading from the Romans 3:20, 21 through 22. But now the righteousness of God without law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets, even the righteousness of God, which is by faith in Yeshua HaMashiach, unto all and upon all them that believe. For there is no difference, for all have sinned and come to the glory of God, come short of the glory of God. Потому что делами закона не оправдается пред ним никакая плоть, ибо законом познается грех. Но ныне, независимо от закона, явилась правда Божия, о которой свидетельствуют законы и пророки. Правда Божия через веру в Йешуа ха-Машиах во всех и на всех верующих, ибо нет различия, потому что все согрешили и лишены славы Божией. And this is the true and the only way today, because through the we were dead in our transgressions, but God made all of us, all believers, alive. By grace we were saved through faith, and this way is still open to anybody who cry out on the name of the Lord, on the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. And if you will cry out today, this way, this narrow way, as he said, I am the way, I am the truth, and the life, is still open to everyone who will cry out in his name. And I pray that you will do that today.